I had did a feature with, his name was Burden, and he used to like, I did a record to do more, wanted me to put on for him more, whatever it was. Ended up dissing me one day, and like in peons. But you know what's funny about Burden is like, I just shit on Burden's whole life with this Yellow Wolf tape because I know that's his fucking favorite rapper. I just kill people with success. I think that's my ooh, what are you talking about? Fucking this is my favorite part about what I do is like I just kill people with success. Motherfuckers stay taking shots at me and all this shit. And I just fucking shit on their whole life of my life. Cause you know what? So many people try to shit on me and just do lame shit over the years, and like all I did was just focus on myself. Got a fucking woman. I'm creating a family. I'm like got all my priorities straight. So like everything that I don't know, like I just beat these people in life because I just didn't feed into their bullshit. I just kept like focusing on the right shit.
Boy sent me a YouTube video of this man Caskey talking about fuck Burden, I shit on his whole life and yelling his favorite rapper and all shit. I'm like, yo, what's he talking about? Why is he yelling my name right now? 3 years after all this nonsense, what the fuck? Like, we put that shit behind. Like, okay, because you know, I thought it was done.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It just I didn't think nothing of it. So I heard it and I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna call him out. I'm gonna fucking troll on him right quick, man.
We got beef, Florida beef. The man's Caskey and Burden are bumping heads. They're going at it. Shots are being fired. No holds barred. It's getting dirty. It's getting grimy. And that's, I think, the way we all like it. So just to kind of give you some backdrop, both rappers from Florida, right? Caskey's in the midst of a major collab with Yellow Wolf, which is crushing it. I think Been a Problem already got like 1.5 million in like a week or less maybe. Yeah, that's popping off. And then you got Burden, who's about an hour and 20 minutes down to 4 West there in Tampa. That's where he grew up. So obviously, a rapper from Tampa and a rapper from Orlando coming up at the same time. They're going to bump into each other. They're going to know each other. Doesn't always mean it works out and you become boys or whatnot. So, just to give you some backstory, about 2 years ago, Burden dropped a diss track called Casket. And it kind of came out of nowhere. Caskey didn't respond. There's obviously like a lot of speculation and whatnot. My sources tell me at the time, Burden was just trying to be like one of the bros, one of the homies, wanted to work with Caskey. And I think Caskey was just kind of doing his own thing at the time. I think Burden might have taken it personally and basically said, if you don't fuck with me, then I'm going to diss you. I'll give Burden some credit. He's a man of his word, that's for fucking sure. Because he came out of nowhere with a diss track that was pretty like, you know, there's a couple lines in there that are over the top. So let's check that out. But before we do that, do me a favor, and I'll wait as long as I have to. Please hit the subscribe, turn on the notifications. I'll wait 10 minutes. I'll wait until View's bucket hat is in style. So I'm willing to wait the rest of my life. Okay, so please just hit the notification, hit the sub button. That way we can keep doing this bullshit. That's a lot of fun to do. So this one's called Casket. It dropped in like 2018. It only had like 22,000 views, so like it wasn't that crazy. Obviously, if Caskey would have responded, it would have blown up quite a bit. But he just, for whatever reason, didn't give it the time of the day then. But he had time this time around, if that makes sense. So here's Burden, Casket, Caskey diss. Let's peep it. Let's peep it. Of course, commercials, attaboy. Alright.
I don't know, man.
I just don't get it. Why would you do this to yourself? I used to like you, Casket, but I guess times change, people change, mostly you. Oh well. Hey, my apologies to the fans. I know this is such a tragedy, but I cannot sit back and bite my tongue. It's what it has to be. I know that y'all wanted this fool to cut another track with me. He too scared to rap with me, let alone try to battle me. Drop him at the intersection. I don't gotta get the weapons. Seen him at the mall and he was shopping in the women's section. Silver pants and mini dresses. It's disappointing to your fans.
Did you see him at the mall in the women's section though? Did you? I mean, so far it's okay. I mean, he didn't obviously put like too much time into this. I think it was just like a Tuesday and was just like, you know what, fuck Caskey, I'm gonna throw this his way. Let's see what happens. So, so far okay. He's got some okay lines in there so far. The flow's not terrible. You know, let's keep going though.
See what the fuck you would do just to get attention. Now you on Instagram talking like I'm trying to get a mention. You selling trash ass art to your fans for too expensive. Give a shit about some numbers and following. Bitch, you suck baby's dick. Did you spit it, you swallow it? Fuck Caskey. This is a diss song, not a cloud chase. Your core fan base don't even fuck with you nowadays. I know you listen to every song
Okay, so he's basically saying, you know, he sucks Birdman dick. I mean, you kind of knew that was going to come at some point from him. I mean, you know, Birdman's seen Caskey as far as I know. I don't know their relationship too well. I think this track's kind of weak. I don't think like he went full-fledged, like, you know, full force on this. I think he just kind of wanted to push the envelope. And he said it's not a clout chase, but like if you're making a diss track out of nowhere for no reason, right? There's not like something that we all know that's going on, like, and as far as like the whole like, you know, your fans are mad you didn't cut a song with me, I don't think they were, right? I think Caskey, if like his fans overwhelmingly wanted him to do a track with you, I don't see why he wouldn't. You know what I mean? It would make sense for him. He wants to please his fan base. So I don't know. I don't know what's true, what's not. That's the kind of cool part about this track.
Say, thought I wouldn't notice when you stole all my way. Look, Brandon, I emailed you that song for you to listen to. Not to steal my shit and try to drop it, bro. That's pitiful. And you don't want to get physical. I eat your face in any fucking way. I mean that literal. I'm in monster mode minimal. Speaking facts, I'm coming up and your buzz that died off. You weren't never shit with a Birdman tax right off. Time to turn the lights off. Night night, I'm all laughing at you, rocking Metallica, bumping yada. You a poser, I'ma call it till you come out the closet. Cash money ain't dropping none of your projects, be honest. Disappointed, shot skinny, looking like you smoke crack. Tried to humble rap with you was being fat in the hat. Big headed riding doobies where you lacking the way. Leave the shit to burden, I'ma put the trash in the bag. Every time we see you switch, if you're a reinvented fag, following the fad, really I feel bad putting you on blast. Said you gave me your verse, but you was broke, so I threw you a couple $100. You was sharing that house with like 8 other people. To my surprise, you in your songs betraying the baller. Thought you had potential, only reason that I bothered. But this beef is your career suicide, just like your father. You rep the hood of Orlando.
Alright. For people who don't know, Caskey's father committed suicide when Caskey, I think it was like 16. That was something I didn't even feel comfortable bringing up in the interview, because I'm sure it played a large part, like, you know, how it shaped Caskey and who he is today. But that's still something that, like, I wouldn't bring up. That's something, like, I don't know the rules on diss tracks, but, like, I've listened to a lot of them over the years. There's been a lot of crazy ones. Like that's like a low blow. Like that's, you know what I mean? Like, you know, the Birdman swallowing his nut, like, you know, it's all funny and shit. Like, but like someone's father committing suicide, and like his father had nothing to do with it. Like that's, I don't know. I don't know if I like that too much. I don't know how much I respect that line. So that's crazy that you said that. I think you're a nut for saying that. I mean, other than that, it was pretty fair game, you know, what you said. Whether it's true or not, I'll never know, but like, you know, and you had some good lines, but like that was just like, come on, dude. Really?
Grew up in Winter Gardens, nice neighborhood to go there, I'ma probably need a pardon.
And I'ma tell you like I tell my bitches, I can go harder. You still worshiping Satan, I'm drinking unholy water. Only ammo that you have is that I caught a manslaughter charge. I'll always beat me, bitch, you don't know who you are. Who are you?
So, I like how, you know, Burden tries to nip what he thinks Caskey's like #1 like comeback is gonna be in the butt before Caskey can even do it, right? The only thing you can say is like about my manslaughter, this, that, and the third. And we'll get into more of that later. Because at the time of this release, I don't think most people knew exactly like all the details behind it and why Caskey like felt the way he felt. Just like I didn't know why Burden felt this like insane hatred towards Caskey, right? I don't know if it's hate or like actual hate, you know what I mean? So I don't know.
Who are you? Oh, that's right. You have no fucking clue who you are, and everyone can see it. You've been too transparent, Casket. You said you bodied me on our record, right? You wanted all the smoke, right? Well, here it is. We can hotbox. Nah, don't be scared now. This is too easy. Light work. I'm all in, no retreat. See, now I'm just trying to figure out where to dump the body.
That was a kind of hard way to finish. So what he meant by he bodied me on the track, so like before this they had a history, they did a song together. I think it's like My Life's a Movie. I think it was a Burden song featuring Caskey. Not a bad track. So I mean I can see why Burden wanted to make another track with Caskey. I mean they're both very talented. Like Burden's a very, very talented artist. Very talented rapper. He can kill a beat, pretty much any beat. He's very good. But there's levels to good, right? Caskey did not respond to this, right? He mentioned that in the next song that he just did. So kind of what prompted the beef to kind of reignite it was in Bit and Problem, Caskey says, you know, we the hardest rappers, you know, we the hardest rappers ever come after Shady or whatever, which is a bold statement, which is a very confident statement. So obviously, you know that like Caskey, you know, was feeling like he was in his bag, like in his zone. Like you don't just say that unless like you're very confident. And that's a good sign. If you're that confident to say that, that means you know what you're putting out is heat. And Been a Problem's that song's a problem. That song's legit. And it's crushing it, and it's well-deserved success for both Yellow Wolf, obviously, and Caskey. Yellow Wolf is one of the GOATs, let's just be honest. You know, you can debate him with anybody as far as, like, killing a beat, in my opinion. Okay? So, again, that went unresponded to. Fast forward a couple years later, and he drops another one, okay, in response to the Best Rapper Since Shady kind of challenge. I don't know if when Caskey said that, he knew like someone was actually going to like step up to the plate. I think he just wanted all the smoke at the time, which I fucking love. And props to Burden for coming out and cash it in while Caskey's hot and starting to beef with Caskey. I mean, honestly, like, that's smart on Burden's behalf. Like, why would he not start a beef with a guy who is killing it and is on, like, the up, like, steady, you know what I mean? So that was a smart thing for Burden to do. And he actually brings it a lot better in the second one, in my opinion. So let's play it. It's called Best Rapper Since Shady Dish Song. Could have named it better. I mean, it's kind of cheap, but like let's listen to the song. All right.
You know what's funny about Burden is like I just shit on Burden's whole life.
So you want to smoke, little bitch? Well, come in the dope, little bitch. While you was on live saying my name, you already know, little bitch. You calling me out, was all about clout. Now we gotta go, little bitch. See, I'm about to pound you into the ground and tear the throat, little bitch. You don't get no voice. Your whole career is built off cosigns from other rappers who stick you hugging a day and tell your mother, hey, you fucking bastard. 3 years ago, I dropped that casket body bag. He was wrapped in plastic, all because I showed him a trick.
Alright, so, I mean, the flow's pretty dope. I mean, but he keeps, like, going back to this, like, Dick Ride, like, Birdman, like, other people, like, made you thing. It's, like, the theme I've seen so far in these first 2 diss tracks. I mean, there's a reason people want to work with people, right? I don't think Yellow Wolf, this is not a small project that they did, right? This is an album. You know, you have to like vibe and really and respect their craft to work with them, right? Unless you're one of those guys that are just like dead cracked and just need like a feature, like, you know, a couple bands and like will work with fucking anybody. You know what I mean? Like a Kid Boo or like someone like that. Like Kid Boo, I could pay that guy for a feature if I paid like his like feature. He'd do a song with me. But like not all, you know, artists, especially famous artists and successful artists will do that. Drake's not going to do a feature with just anybody. You know what I mean? Same with Yellow Wolf. Same with Machine Gun Kelly. Same with a lot of these people he's done tracks with. But yeah, he keeps kind of referring to that. Hopefully he'll kind of switch it up.
Behind my back, you trying to jack me. All that time on cash money. Why ain't cash money? Put no cash money on your albums cause you trash, dummy. I know that's funny. You Birdman's buddy. Here's my plans, buddy. Kill a career and leave here with my hands bloody. There's something I know he mad at. Don't joke again, be rabbit. I see you fell off, you're not really slum, but you are broken average. Boy, you were safe, but it's too late. You went and woke a savage. I'm sending anthrax to your front door, coming up in the package. Look at Yellow Wolf, you.
That was a hard line. Send anthrax to your door, come open the package. I gotta give him props for that. I mean, it's not like a personal insult, but it was a dope line.
You will always be in his shadow. Matter of fact, you will always be in mine too by the time we're done with this battle. He go to fashion, you go to fashion. He get a Harley, you get a tatted. What's next, Caskey? Old school caddy, you can admit it. He your new daddy. I don't respect you, bitch, so why would I let you live? You call on my name, I'm calling you out, bitch, that's your definite. You fuck with the devil so damn hard, you might get sent to him. Ain't catfish, Billy ain't got your back, no, he ain't stepping in. And where would you be without Doobie? The man staged your whole damn career that year, you should be a groupie. Had money as long as you knew me, so what if I...
Again, the song's actually kind of dope, but like he keeps just saying like, you know, you ride this person's dick, you ride this person's dick, you ride this person's dick, like... To me, that just seems like you have a lack of like content as far as negative things you can say about Caskey. You know what I mean? It's like, say it once and then move on, and like, you know what I mean? Unless it was like a hook, right? Unless it was like part of the hook and you did the hook 3 times, and that was part of it, like I would get that. But like, it's just you keep referring to it. You'll do that and then have like some sick line and then just refer back to now he's dick riding this person, right? You might as well be a groupie. I mean, it's, you know, to someone who doesn't know either of these guys, they'll make, you know, I think that's the audience that's really gonna react to this, is the people that don't know Burden and don't know Caskey. They're gonna be like, damn, he just dick rides everybody. So I get it, but you know, kind of switch it up a little bit.
You want you saying you goofy. You don't like the end of this movie. You waited 3 years to stick your chest out. Read the comments, pussy. Take your fan base, you a letdown. Who'd you think you was playing with? Fuck boy, you know how I get down. And if you're mad about this bitch, stop by next time you in town. And I see you all in your comments when someone mentioned up church. LMAO, what?
Damn, he said if you don't like it, come see me. I'll be in Tampa. That's kind of crazy.
Reply, but he'll take you out in a hearse. But why would he beef and mention the name of someone his fans never heard? Bitch, I don't care who you bring it, I ain't backing down, I'm a man of my word. You better than Jordan, Ritz, and Tech, Kevin Gates, that's disrespect. Hobson, oh my god, and MGK can come and twist his neck. People they never heard of, call boss with a cover murder. Like Doozy Doo would hurt you, on YouTube nobody serve. What you mad at? I'm just sending shining like a fully automatic. Talking on my name, boy, you know I'm gon' get at him. He's that up my brain more than he can ever fathom. Stop riding on these other rappers' coattails. Stop riding on these other rappers' coattails. You try replying, boy, you know it ain't gon' go well. I bet the Caskey overdose up in the hotel.
like I said, how many times are you gonna do this whole coattail thing? Like, it's not personal. Like, there's nothing personal. There's nothing in this. Like, so it's a good song. That's the crazy part. He flows. He sounds good. He's got good bars. But like, nothing in this song where you're like, damn, that's embarrassing. Like, you just humiliated Cat. Like, nothing really. You know what I mean? Oh, like, you're on Birdman's dick. But like, dude, like, come on. You wouldn't sign with Cash Money if they knocked on your door right now. Stop. Again, like, you're a talented rapper, but maybe you just don't have enough like juice on Caskey, I guess. I don't know. I wish I knew more. But yeah, let's let it run out though.
Did anybody ever teach you to pick your battles properly? Well, you're doing a terrible job of it, sir. See you on Instagram Live selling out on me. Then proceeded to claim the throne as the hardest rapper since Shady. Well, last time we did this, you challenged me. I dissed you and you choked. It took you like 3 years to say anything, so this time you get 24 hours.
Oh, damn! He gave Bowl 24 hours, and that's over Valentine's Day. So Caskey had to spend time with his girl, make a diss track, make a video. He didn't have to do any of that. He probably didn't want to. He probably wanted to put this to rest. But when you're going to make a challenge like that with the whole Shady, and someone's going to come out with a diss track, regardless of how good or bad it is, like, you're going to respond. So, from what I gathered, he spent all of Valentine's Day with his lady, right? Chivalry's not dead, gentlemen. And then, you know, hey, babe, mind if I take, like, I don't know, 2 hours and just go crush this guy type time? And then made a video. So, you know he's bringing the heat. You know he's bringing the heat. He's in his wheelhouse. He's in his zone right now. I can't see this being anything less than just, like, disgusting. But we'll see. Could be trash.
I got time today, pussy. Yeah, hey, charge you for a feature, I slid you, never promoted it. You pussy and you been on my dick, wishing you thought of it. Flashback 3 years ago, when I was so in it, I took the rap game in a hole, then I go to it. If a rapper didn't wanna fuck with me, wouldn't complain. Daddy should've left you on the sheets, like a cum stain. I don't make love on rap beats, I just run trains. Didn't like you way back then, it ain't none changed, pussy. And I say it to your face, when I twisted up the hair, make you wanna get the braids. Then you opened up in games, till they put you off the stage, cause you been a fan. All this hate shit is just a phase. You just strong face and didn't invite you back. Roll on devil's tag, cause I've been down with the pack. Killing you at life, but I still could get you whack. Me and your favorite rapper, we just did 11. Like the president said, I'm better.
Alright. Let's go back to that part real quick. Because he just said...
Did 11 tracks.
So me and your favorite rapper just did 11 tracks. So he's obviously... he's obviously talking about Yellow Wolf, which I can see, you know, being one of Burden's favorite rappers. I mean, he's like one of the GOATs. Like, you can't really argue that. But first impressions, first, like, what, 50 seconds of the song, this shit comes out hard. Right off the rip. I got time today, pussy. Like, that was sick. And that was honestly, like, a more personal line, just that, than, like, anything that Burden brought. Obviously, Burden brought a dope song, but, like, he didn't go, like, hard, you feel me? Which I was a little disappointed, because, you know, with a beef, right, especially, like, a challenge, like, where Slim Shady's brought up, like, you want to, like, bring some crazy lyrics, and I just thought, I don't know. But, yeah, I mean, Burden, he's got you there. I'm sure you would die to have a collab with Yellow Wolf. I think most rappers would. So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, nothing to be ashamed of. Let's keep going.
Pussy, cause you never get on my level. The iron metal and I shoot it when I find devils. I keep on elevating daily though, cause I don't settle. And now you dead like the president said I'm better. Begging for the smoke for the kid, then you got some. You shot your homie by mistake with a shotgun. And when the reason say
woo woo. So as I alluded to earlier, Burden has like a first-degree manslaughter charge. So what happened was he like shot his friend with a shotgun accidentally. I don't even want to get into how that accidentally can possibly happen unless you're just extremely irresponsible with weapons. So if you have weapons at home, keep them locked up, right? Don't accidentally like kill somebody. But from what I gathered, is he made it seem like, you know, when he talked to Caskey in the DMs that like he caught a body, right? And if he would have just been like, you know, I fucked it up, you know, and just felt bad. I mean, like, you know, shit happens. But like to take that and say like, oh, I got a body, like that's fucked up. You know, if that's the truth. And I don't know what's the truth and what's not the truth. I'm not saying what Caskey's telling me is gospel, but I don't see any reason he would have to lie to me. He doesn't even know I'm making this. So I just think that's wild. But I don't think he would have brought that up if in that first dish he didn't bring up Caskey's father, which is just not a cool fucking thing to do. And by doing that, you open Pandora's box, right? You open the floodgates to say whatever Caskey say, whatever the fuck he wants, and it'd be totally cool because like, you cross that there, here's a line, you went up here, and like what he just said was just like right here, but it was still that nasty, and it was personal, right? And it's just a heavy thing, dude.
Say you gangster, but you not one. You just a kid hoping fire, never shot one. How did it feel when you looked in his mama's eyes? I know that you traumatized, you still trying to harmonize your conscience with them lies. You telling you just a lie, you feeling shit, I'm surprised. You yell, you can have a million plays on every song, still wouldn't sweat you. $1 million money loan, still don't respect you. My success really.
Damn, dude, that's a hard line too. He's saying, dude, I don't care if you got a collab with Drake and Lil Wayne or Eminem, and you made $100 million off it. Like he still's not gonna fuck with you, as he's saying. Like, and that's crazy. Like that just means like there's something like obviously there's these guys know each other. You don't say something that personal to someone unless like you personally know them, right? At least I feel that way. And that's a crazy thing to say. Like no matter where you get to, wherever, like we'll never be cool, we'll never be friends. Like that was heavy. This song's fucking hard, dude. And like even though it's a diss track, like it sounds like a song. Like it has a hook. The beat's dirty. I mean, this is a pretty dope ass beat to like put on a diss track, to, you know, throw on a diss track. You could have used this on a song. I mean, you know what I mean? But like, I don't know. You probably got beats up the ass. You know what I mean? Who knows? But like, I think this beat's ridiculous.
Really got you going off the deep end. I was around for years, but you wasn't trying to beat that. So don't pretend that it's deeper than that. Wanted a hand out from me, you bought a feature for that. It didn't work. Last years later, you getting murked. I kill you with success and kill you on the verse. Speaking of merch, so you being thirsty, DM and Mercules. I got the screenshots, cause I'm cool with him personally. Just a week before he was getting.
He's saying you damning Mercules, and Mercules don't want to fuck with you, and then like Mercules is like, okay, check how cheap this is. Like, it's so embarrassing, and he calls you out on it. I mean, allegedly, right? Everything is allegedly. Okay, I don't know. You know, I'm just going by what each person is saying. Allegedly, Caskey's in, you know, Bloomingdale's in the women's section at the mall. Allegedly, you know, Burden acted like he caught a body when he accidentally killed his friend. So, none of this is gospel, like I said. This is just my take on it. But it seems like Caskey's got the upper hand here as far as, you know, I think all the people that Burden wants to work with are tight with Caskey and are, you know, want to work with Caskey. You know, like he just said, Mercury showed him the like that's cheap, that's embarrassing. Like they're like, that's cheap.
Me. Somebody sing this pussy ass boy, he a nursery. I done did everything you wish you did. I done rap with every artist that you love, you know I slid. I know that it's killing you this year. See me really big, got you throwing tantrums. Boy, you just a silly kid. Begging for the smoke for the kid that.
I like what he said, like how it's like his success is killing him, and I know what that's like. I mean, there's been times like in my life where like I've seen somebody that I like didn't like, and I see them just like killing it, And like in my heart of hearts, like I'm hating, like I'm just keeping it real. I mean, obviously, I'm sure everyone's experienced something like that, but the success that Caskey's having right now, and like, you know, the forecast of like this upcoming year is going to be huge. The potential is huge, and like he's just feeling himself, right? And when you have that confidence, like there's not much that can stop you. That goes for any rapper, any artist. When you win like your bag and like you're really feeling it, you're going toe to toe with giants like Yellow Wolf, like yeah, that's tough. That was a tough line.
You got some. You shot your homie by mistake with a shotgun. You went to prison, say you gangster, but you not one. You just a kid holding fire, never shot one. Sorry that you did something with that weak ass verse. If you got what's on the tee, I'll piece on the shirt. This show up at the grave site, you shit on the dirt. The pandemic got you broke, so I get it work. Never looking for a handout from.
Yo, so I like that line too. He said this basically, this pandemic made you dead cracked. So I'm blowing up. I'll respond. Here's some, you know, here's 200 clout. You know, go get some followers type shit. Like, you know what I mean? That was a real like sun moment there, and like, it's just these are personal attacks, whereas Burden was just saying how his opinion on, I don't even know if it's his opinion or if it's just he was just hating or what, just because he's working with certain artists doesn't mean he's dick riding. But yeah, that was a hard line.
Oh man, trying to come at me for the smoke, you got no chance. Can't even get inside your mind state. Man, you got that song on Valentine's Day because you lonely with no romance. Jelly roll, struggle, Yellow Wolf, down for with you.
Alright, so that's one thing I said, is like he did this 24-hour challenge on Valentine's Day. So Caskey's out here saying, I spent Valentine's Day with my girl, my beautiful girlfriend. He's got a beautiful girlfriend. After that was all over, you know, boom, 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 in my room. He went to the fucking studio, knocked us out in 2 hours, made a video, and it's crazy. Yeah, and then he said, basically, you're not getting no cheeks. Like, yeah, that's wild. See, man, Burden, you should have come with the personal shit, right? You came with, like, we'll talk about that in a second, but, like, these are digs, bro. These are, like, you know what I mean? He's cutting deep.
They my dogs, they don't fuck with you. Every rapper that you ever met had enough of you. That's why you ain't got no features. They see what I see, that you a hater on the low and the leash. I make one phone call, Pablo will come eat you. This was written with the same pen I did either. Jay-Z wouldn't want none either. Pussy, you was begging for the smoke from the kid, then you got some. You shot your homie by mistake with a shotgun. Then went to prison, say you gangster, but you not one. You just a kid holding fire, never shot one.
Wow. Well, that last line, like, or that last, like, set of bars where he basically was like, Yellow Wolf, don't fuck with you, and like this, like, I don't think he would say that if it wasn't true, right? Because then Yellow Wolf's got to be like, oh no, like, I fuck with Bird, you know what I mean? So the fact that Bird looks up to Yellow Wolf, and the fact that he's telling him that, like, and they're, you know, they're close. They're like friends. They're not just making an album. Like, they're boys. Like, that he don't fuck with you. Like that's a boop bop. And then, like, followed up with a right hook, like, knockout punch to end the song. So I'll say this. Like, Burden's, like, that's the thing. Is, like, I knew Caskey would come with heat, right? I was a little disappointed in the Burden diss, because Burden is a fucking really talented artist. He's very good. Now, I don't know if he just chose not to go that hard. I think maybe he felt like kind of fucked up maybe about that first one with that whole Pops thing. Maybe that kind of like drew him back a little bit, because they weren't personal attacks. You know, you swallow baby's nut, and like, you know, you work with this person, you dick ride them, and like blah, blah, blah. And Caskey just went, I mean, first off, that Caskey song, you change the lyrics completely around, make it about just growing up in Orlando, right? it would be a lit ass song, right? In video, it went hard. I mean, you saw the video. It went hard, and on such little time, and you can tell the difference is, you know, if I just heard the Burden diss, I'd be like, oh, maybe these guys don't know each other. But when I heard the Caskey diss, like, you know, they don't just know each other; they have a history. Like, they know each other well, right? And Caskey just went so much more personal. Without really crossing the line. He did this, you know, shot your friend thing on the hook, but like, that was warranted, right? Shot for a shot, dad, killing your best friend, whatever. You know, it still doesn't even, I mean, that's still way more fucked up. But other than that, like, he dug deep, man. That's embarrassing. And usually, like, when something like this happens, like, you know, it's over, right? But I think Burden knows Caskey came with such heat that now Burden's going to do a third diss track. And I know, and I haven't like talked to Caskey about like this third diss track or nothing like that. Like, he doesn't even know I'm making this. But I don't think he'll respond. I just don't. Like, he's got Yellow Wolf dropping on Friday collab. So if you haven't already pre-ordered it, do pre-order that shit. And now I see Burden is trying to drop his third diss on the same day. Like, Burden, that's not going to compete with a Yellow Wolf Caskey collab. Like you're looking like a clout chaser, for real, right? The only thing that's missing is a bucket cap, a Fendi bucket cap, to complete the whole cloud chasing like fit. You feel me? But yeah, I don't think Caskey will respond. But I could be wrong. You know, Burden might come back this time a little bit more personal, strike a nerve, and then Caskey might just go. I mean, can you go more ballistic? I don't know. But that's basically it. So I guess to be continued.
I got time today, pussy.
Alright everybody, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click on this one or click on this one. The best way to support. Merch, all that, screw all that. I mean, it's good if you want it. Hit the sub button, hit the notification button. That way I can keep doing dumb shit in my free time, which is awesome. Yeah, so thank you guys for tuning in. And to everybody who sent me messages about how much they love the content, this is who I'm doing.